This is the overview of the Aiwa F660 cassette deck. There will be no editorial. This is purely going to be features and functions. Starting at the very left front, we have a power switch, eject control, which is damped. We also have a timer off, record, play and repeat mode, as well as a 6.3mm or 1/4 inch headphone output for confidence monitoring. Just to the right of the power eject, timer functions, and headphone socket, you will find the cassette well that accommodates one Philips format cassette of various different tape lengths, C46, 60, 90, and 120 minutes respectively. You will find that as you open the damped eject mechanism, you have the capability to remove the front cassette well door to facilitate easy maintenance, such as cleaning the heads, pinch rollers, and cap stands accordingly. As we move further to the right, you will note the various different status displays for the tape counter. 000 replay for memory playback, quad zeros for stop, memory rewind, as well as your tape length going from C46 to C120 to actually count down the remaining amount of tape in minutes rather than just counting in revolutions. Next, you will have underneath that the music sensor. It will determine the type of mode that you'll actually search a selection in, whether it's a music search, an intro play, or music scan. To the right of that, you will have monitor. This allows you to listen to what is being recorded onto the tape itself, or to monitor the signal level coming into the machine itself, the tape machine itself, into the recording circuitry from any source you desire, preferably a stereo source. To the right of that will be the Dolby noise reduction selection mode indicators for both Dolby B as well as Dolby C. To the right of that, you will see the type of tape that may be selected, which is also detected automatically. Normal, CrO2, which is chromium dioxide or chromium dioxide equivalent, as well as metal particle tape. Above all of that, you will see the bright illuminated peak LED displays that will indicate the Dolby reference mark, as well as your left and right channels accordingly. These are peak reading and there is no peak hold, so please keep that in mind. Of the tape monitor source, tape, Dolby B, Dolby C, engage, on off, B or C, bias fine trim for normal tape or chrome equivalent tape or CrO2 proper, as well as the balance to left, center, and to right in various different graduations to favor either or just stay in the center. We will now explore the flat panel apron that actually gives this cassette deck its distinctive L-shaped like appearance on the face, starting with the tape transport controls. The requisite stop, pause, record mute, rewind with review music scan, play, cue music scan, fast forward, and record respectively. This is all driven TTL, full logic control. Most of the rudimentary tape functions can all be completed in many of the modes without hitting the stop button first. Again, it is a soft touch, very elegant feel, and requires not a lot of effort. They are soft touch micro switches. As we advance just to the right of the tape mode transport controls, we will find 5 aqua, well, actually more purplish bluish like buttons that will control the tape counter reset, replay stop mode, memory rewind, counter tape time, mode selection, as well as the tape length. To the right of that, we will discover a rather long slider that actually allows the facilitation of the adjustment of the input record level from your sources. This tape strip on the face of the front of the L bracket part of the control panel is suggested by the manufacturer bias trim setting for the various different tapes you may employ. These are a suggestion, it's not an absolute requirement, but they have found that this will give the most flattest performance given these particular settings here. It is a recommendation. It's not mandatory. Feel free to experiment with the different formulations that you may use. Some of your formulations may not appear on this legend, so experiment and monitor your input signal as well as your tape signal for the desired result. The rear panel is nothing truly remarkable. It is a very straightforward layout, accommodating right and left 1/4 inch or 6.3 millimeter microphone inputs. You will also have line in as well as line out. These are RCA phono inputs and outputs in the -10 dBV or dBu range. A multiplex filter is employed should you employ listening to FM as your source. Reason for the multiplex switch is to filter out the 19 kilohertz pilot signal that can actually cause Dolby mistracking. So that switch is there available if you do wish to record from FM. Headphone level is selectable with 2 levels exclusively, low and high. As we move further to the right, you will see a dim light connector. This is to facilitate the use of the Aiwa manufactured exclusive soft touch feather controlled remote functions that control the transport functions. Remember, it will only control the transport functions. That includes also record mute as well as record. There are no other facilities to control from this particular area. You will also note the identification tag, all the various different electrical precautions and warnings, as well as UL certification. This pretty much will conclude the features and functions of the Aiwa ADF660 cassette deck. A review will be coming with my thoughts and impressions in regards to this particular cassette deck. I will give a slight spoiler alert. I will say it is quite favorable. In the meantime, I appreciate you all watching and seeing the various different features and functions of the Aiwa ADF660. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.